So children, let's do the next head, that is management as a profession. Now here we have to check that is management a profession or it is not. Now for that you need to understand the meaning of profession first. Profession. What is profession? It is a well-defined body of knowledge with restricted entry and code of conduct. Means a well-defined body of knowledge is there. If you want to become a chartered accountant, you have to clear various tests for clearing it or for becoming a chartered accountant. Restricted entry, that yes, eligibility is there. Not everybody can do the course of chartered accountancy. And code of conduct. If you're a doctor or if you're a police officer, you have to behave in a proper manner. And this is for every profession. In each and every profession, there is a well-defined body of knowledge, some books, some tests you have to clear. Restricted entry is there and code of conduct is also there. And what is the motive of a profession? You have studied it already. It has a service motive, to provide service to the members of society. As an accountant, what do? You clear various accounts of certain people and there are various kind of problems like to clear how to pay taxes, how to calculate taxes. And being a doctor, you are treating various patients of yours. That is the way you can provide service, right? So there are some features in a profession, and there are 5 features which have been listed over here. First is well-defined body of knowledge, then restricted entry, professional association, ethical code of conduct, and service motive. So we have to check now that whether all these points or all these features of profession are there in management or not. If yes, then management is a profession. If not, then management is not a profession. So first point is well-defined body of knowledge. See, all professions are a body of knowledge that can be acquired through institutions. Yes, if you're doing any course, you have to take admission and you may take classes or tuitions from various institutions. From there you can acquire various knowledge, right? And it also has literature. Every profession has a literature, have certain books, certain courses. Management in all over the world has grown as a discipline which can be acquired through instruction. Business schools and professional colleges are there. For example, IIM. It has been set up to provide professional knowledge of management, right? So this point is present in management also. Now, what is the second point? The second point is restricted entry. The entry of a profession is restricted through an examination or through acquiring an educational or professional degree. I have told you, right? Like eligible criteria is there, then only you can do a particular course or any type of study. For example, to become a chartered accountant in India, one should pass an examination conducted by the ICAI, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, for the award of Chartered Accountant degree. If you want to acquire that degree, you have to pass on the examinations which were conducted by ICAI. So yes, restricted entry is there. So this point has also been covered or satisfied by the management, right? Now, the third point is professional association. Now we will check that whether management satisfies this point or not. See, all the professions such as medical, law, etc. are affiliated to professional associations. For example, Bar Council and Law. There are several associations of managers in India, right? Means in management also there are some professional educations, professional associations, right? It lays down a code of conduct with everyone has to follow who is doing the management course. Means all professions are associated to a professional education or association which regulates the entry, which grants certificate to practice and formulate and enforces a code of conduct. And to able a practice in India, lawyers have to become members of the Bar Council, which regulate and control the activities, right? Means in this point I have explained you that every profession, in every profession there is a professional association which regulates all the rules and regulation of a particular profession. Like for CA, for chartered accountant, there is ICAI. For lawyer, there is a Bar Council of India. Likewise, for every profession, there is a professional association. And for management, yes, for management also, a professional association is there. So this point is also being satisfied by the management. Now let's move on to the fourth point, that is the ethical code of conduct. Code of conduct in profession refers to a set of laws and rules which guides behavior of its members. Means if you are a doctor, you're supposed to behave in a particular way. If you are a lawyer, you're not supposed to say or supposed to act in a particular way, right? So management is not required by law to have a particular code of conduct. In management, this point is not there. Any code of conduct is not there. It is not compulsory to be a part of any association. We can say that yes, every business have some social responsibilities which binds the manager to be ethical, which binds the manager to be honest and to behave morally. But yes, there is no any rules and regulation for that. Right? Like all doctors, for example, they take an oath of ethical practice at time they enter the profession. Likewise, every profession has a particular code of conduct, but for managers there is no code of conduct. So this point is not there in management. Management does not satisfy the point ethical code of conduct. Now the last point is service motive. See, profession has the basic motive. And what is that motive? The motive is service motive of serving the society and interest of their clients. The main motive of business. What is the main motive of business? The main motive of business is profit maximization. But in the fast changing time, successful management requires serving the society as well. The management does not have service motive, but since the time is changing, so if a business want to be in a profitable situation for a longer period of time, then they also need to serve their society very well, right? So this point, not exactly management is satisfying this point, but yes, up to some level they are satisfying this point. There is no restriction for every management or a business to have the service motive. So there are only 2 to 3 points which management is satisfying of profession. So what can we say? Some points being there, some points are not there. So we can conclude that although management is a well-defined body of knowledge, yes, it has a well-defined body of knowledge, courses are there, associations are there for that, but yet it is not developed as a pure profession because it doesn't satisfy all the features of profession. So if a question is there that whether management is a profession or not, then first of all you have to give the definition of profession. You have to list down all the 5 points being listed over here. Then you have to explain them one by one. After that, you have to give a conclusion which I have provided you. That is, yes, management is a well-defined body of knowledge, but it is not a pure profession. It is not being developed. Maybe in the coming years it may develop as a pure profession, but right now, till now, it is not a pure profession.